So, how's the remodel going?
Oh my gosh, where do I start? My contractor is amazing. He's made the whole process so easy on me. It's like I've always said, it pays to look for the seal. Ladies, I am not kidding. I always look for the seal.
Oh, I know you do. I do too.
Me too.
That's the truth. When we bought our car, we looked for the seal. When we were searching for daycares, we looked for the seal. I won't even buy shoes online unless I see the seal.
The BBB makes my life easier because I know I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. That's why I always look for the seal.
Insert fare card. Sweet, we're off. Let's do this.
Kendall is ready to ride.
And here comes the bus.
Well, technically it's the health line, and she's taking it for the very first time.
We're just passing up all the cars.
Wave goodbye to traffic, Kendall.
I'm really impressed with how easy this has been. I can't say enough about it.
Right back at you, Kendall. It's easier than you think, Cleveland. Get your personal starter kit today and get ready to ride RTA.com.
Thanks for tuning in to TV20's Weekly News Wrap-Up. I'm Leah Haslage. Mayor Frank Jackson gave his 10th State of the City address at Cleveland Public Auditorium in front of an audience of 1,000 people. Chairperson and CEO of KeyCorp, Beth Mooney, was a facilitator of the event this year, having a conversation-style interview with Mayor Jackson, who spoke about many key topics, including the city's financial conditions, economic development, safety and public health, education, and the need to increase opportunities for residents to participate in our city's economic prosperity. To catch the Mayor's State of the City in its entirety, TV20 has you covered. Check out our TV20 YouTube channel or visit our blog, tv20cleveland.com. City leaders and Group Planning Commission officials joined together to announce that Cuyahoga County has agreed to issue bonds to help fund the transformation of Public Square, just in time for the 2016 Republican National Convention.
What this is and what this means for Cleveland is what Mr. Coyne has said. It is the transformation of Cleveland. As we reinvent Cleveland, as we move Cleveland from where it was to where it will be, this plan will make that happen, and it will make it happen in a physical way. It will help us reach our vision of having a 24-hour city.
Public Square will be transformed into a square for the public that we can truly be proud of. The county will be a leader in this great transformative, game-changing project. I've introduced legislation to our county council that enables our county government to provide the final critical investment that makes this project possible.
To see the full Public Square announcement, stay tuned to TV20. Just check our schedule for times. The city's Director of Law, Barbara Lang-Henry, joined Mayor Jackson in a press conference to address the city's response to a civil lawsuit filed on Friday, February 27, 2015.
We are apologizing today as a city to the family of Tamir Rice and to the citizens of the city of Cleveland for our poor use of words and our insensitivity in the use of those words. Our law department will be filing an amended complaint, amended answer to the complaint that will deal with the insensitivity of the language and the characterization that we use, but also at the same time preserve the defense and the right that we have to a defense, that if we do not assert it in our answer, we will lose that defense. So again, to the citizens of the city of Cleveland in general, but particularly to the family of Tamir Rice, and we are sincerely apologetic for our misuse and mischaracterization of our answer to that complaint.
To see the press conference in its entirety, visit the TV20 YouTube channel or check out our blog, TV20cleveland.com. The St. Luke's Hospital Transformation event recently took place to unveil the brand new East Wing.
It was persistency, and the consistency of that persistency that really made this happen. And I want to congratulate those who were the beneficiary, and I want to thank all of those who made it possible, because there is no one somebody or one entity that can make these kind of things happen. Everything that we do and is successful in the city of Cleveland is really a community effort, a true partnership between people. So congratulations and thanks to all those who made it happen. Thank you.
Here we have something in the inner city that's wonderful. We have the intergenerational schools here. That is a school for little bitty kids like 3, 4, 5 years old and things like that. And so I just think it's just really great. The beautiful work is still there, the marble floors, and I think our senior citizens really have great places to live. And so whatever that I can do to keep this neighborhood going and to keep that, to make certain that everyone has a comfortable life.
We utilize this space as an integral part of the educational program of our students. In a day and age when all you hear are about more and more and more tests, and the results of those tests are plastered on newspapers, some schools seem to lose sight of the fact that we are here to honor and educate the whole child.
To see the full St. Luke's Hospital Transformation Ceremony, stay tuned to TV20. Just check our schedule for times. The Black History Month closing ceremony was held in the City Hall Rotunda. African Americans from our community who have made an impact in Cleveland were honored at the event, including a tribute to the late Stephanie Tubbs Jones.
Cleveland is in great hands because we know that we are. These may be challenging times, but we will come together. We will put aside our differences. We will strengthen the things that we have in common, and we will do what we need to do to make this city a better place, a greater place, a more equitable place for all of us.
When I got started years ago, Stephanie was one of the people that said to me, toughen your skin and don't turn around. So I'm following her lead, and we're honored to be here in her memory today.
She was full of energy. She loved cases, and when somebody who didn't want to try a case, she'd grab that fellow and say, give it to me, and she'd run upstairs and try it. And somebody would say, that can't be won. Oh, yes, it can. And she'd come down and throw that file back at you and say, guilty, and walk right by. You know, she could win. She had great enthusiasm as a prosecutor, as a judge, and as a congresswoman. We were lucky to have her.
To see the full Black History Month closing ceremony, stay tuned to TV20. Check our schedule for times. Near West Theater took center stage to unveil its new venue in the Gordon Square Arts District with a community open house.
I want to thank the people who made this possible. I was talking to the councilman earlier, and we were talking about what is the significance of this theater. It's really about creating the identity of Cleveland, and particularly the identity of this particular community, but the city as a whole.
You know, the culmination of today with the opening of this theater has multiple deep meanings for this community. We just completed a $30 million capital campaign, which $7.3 million was put into this facility. What the opening of this theater means, not only for the Arts District, but for the city of Cleveland, it gives young people a place to come to express themselves in a safe way, doing something positive. When you think about all the negativity of what's happening in our community these days, the arts are exposing children to positive experiences, and I want everyone who's watching this to come experience Near West Theater. It's truly a remarkable place, and we're so thankful that this day has come.
About 2 weeks ago, we were granted official occupancy, and we could start to bring all our equipment plus literally hundreds of thousands of dollars of new equipment, lighting, sound equipment, to make it a theater. Well, I think it's going to mean just more of what it's always meant to this neighborhood, which is that place to come where you walk in the door and you have the feeling that it matters that you've shown up. and somebody's there to meet you on your ground and value you for who you are and open the circle of who we are to include you.
For more information on Near West Theater, visit their website at nearwesttheater.org. The High Voltage Health and Wellness Lunch and Learn event was held at the City Hall Rotunda and featured High Voltage herself, health and fitness guru Kathy Dolgen, who showed us how to kick your sugar addiction and become healthy and fit.
We are going to lead Cleveland to become the first inner city that stands up to the obesity problem in this country. We are going to help its citizens kick their sugar addiction and live fit, fabulous, and fierce forever. We rocked the house in here tonight. I met so many amazing people, and believe me, this is only the beginning.
Other speakers at the event spoke on the importance of staying in shape.
How many of you are ready to commit to a healthy eating, active living lifestyle? Hear, hear. I want to let you know that that's what we're committed today, providing you with some additional information and tools you need to succeed in reaching your own personal goals.
I want you right now just to take a second and repeat after me. Energy up, woo! Energy up, woo! Energy up, woo! That's the call. And that's the call I'll be doing from now on and during our presentations. Why? Because that's the type of energy that you start feeling when you start changing your habits, your eating habits. It's all about the sugar.
To see the full High Voltage event, stay tuned to TV20. Of course, just check our schedule for times. When we return to the weekly news wrap-up, CMSD TV reporter Shannon Kantner will take us to the Mayor's State of the City address. Stay tuned.
I'm only 17, but I know about investing. Believe in something, buy shares in it, watch it grow. So, what if you could invest in the future? The future of kids, like a stock. Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. I could be one of the first college graduates from my family, the first philanthropist from my neighborhood. And if I'm the first, then maybe there's a second and a third. Believe in us, invest in us, watch us grow.
My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.
Welcome back to the weekly news wrap-up. Graduation, safety, maturity, that's what Mayor Frank Jackson cares about most when it comes to education, which he called his #1 priority during his annual State of the City address. Our CMSD reporter Shannon Kantner was there and spoke to Mayor Jackson after the event.
Hundreds of community members gathered here at Public Auditorium for Cleveland Mayor Frank Jackson's annual State of the City address. And while many topics were discussed, education was a main focus. And I talked to the mayor about the progress CMSD is making.
People feel better about the system. They feel better about the system, which is, that in and of itself is progress, because you can't do better if you feel worse about something.
The mayor has noticed a boost in morale in CMSD schools. He told the crowd of nearly 1,000 people that things are moving in the right direction and education is his #1 priority.
When you go into schools, even schools that are still not performing well, people have a different attitude about it. The students do, the teachers do, the parents do, and so there's an attitude of success here, attitude of progress, which makes a tremendous difference.
A difference Councilman Zach Reed has also noticed.
I think he's right. I go to my schools a lot. I see a different atmosphere when I go into the schools, and I'm glad to see that different atmosphere. But it really comes down to the bottom line. Are we graduating more young people? Are these young people going on to college? Is it safer for them to be in school? It's just safer when they leave those schools.
The mayor made it clear during his address that graduation rates and safety for students are vital. Also, the idea of educating the whole child, helping them mature and contribute to society. And when it comes to giving the schools a grade,
Now, where are we right now, and what grade would you give it?
Depends on the school. What we measure it by is what the progress is.
but Ginn Academy's senior class president wanted to know more, taking a turn at the mic during the Q&A portion.
I'm ready to stay in college all 4 years. I just want to get a better understanding of where the mayor feels on the students of Cleveland. I want to know, do he care about us honestly, and what do he think he should be done to our schools to make us better?
The mayor's answer included a push for more arts in schools. Other highlights from his 10th State of the City included his candid take on Cleveland.
Cleveland is used to hard times. Hard times is what we do. We have not come through this. No one has given us anything.
But the mayor gave the audience and many Ginn Academy students an experience they'll never forget.
I believe it was a great experience. It was eye-opening. It taught me something new.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for your participation. This forum is now adjourned.
Reporting from Public Auditorium, Shannon Kantner, CMSD TV.
Thanks, Shannon. Several other people in the audience also asked questions about education. At the end of the event, when asked what he hopes the headline will be when his career in Cleveland is over, Mayor Jackson responded, "Job well done." And of course, you can see the full State of the City on our TV20 blog, TV20cleveland.com, and our TV20 YouTube channel. When we return to the weekly news wrap-up, we'll get an update on how our local athletes and teams are doing with our sports reporter, Christian Patterson. Stay tuned.
If you store your guns properly, I'll feel safer when I'm playing outside.
Safer when walking home.
I won't have to tell so many family members. I'm sorry.
I won't hear as many scary stories.
And I won't have to tell my kids. This isn't a drill.
Please.
Please, do it for us.
Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always, lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
Find out who stole the Kishka on the Polka Train with host Don Gorski. 7 days a week at 5:30 p.m. and 6:30 a.m. Only right here on TV20. We are Cleveland.
Welcome back to TV20's Weekly News Wrap-Up. I'm Christian Patterson, and here's a look at what's going on in sports. But before I wrap up what went on in Cleveland sports this past week, I have a Cleveland sports trivia question. Which athlete is a member of the Greater Cleveland Sports Hall of Fame and happened to be the second shortest player in NBA history? A. Muggsy Bogues, B. Spud Webb, or C. Earl Boykins? Stay tuned because I have the answer to the Cleveland sports trivia question at the end of this segment. From the outside, the Cleveland Cavaliers' record hardly seems championship worthy. Make no mistake, the Cavs are title contenders. Since mid-January, the Cavs have registered the most wins and the highest winning percentage in the NBA. They have talent, but not many super teams win it all in the first year. Thinking back to the 2010-2011 season when Miami caught fire during the regular season but lost to the veteran Dallas Mavericks. Coming into this season, the Cavs didn't have any doubt that they would be able to score the ball. After all, they brought in the league's third and fourth highest scorers, LeBron James and Kevin Love, to play alongside Kyrie Irving, who averaged 20.8 points per game himself. But this Cavs team is in no way just a three-man party. 5 guys are averaging double figures in scoring this year for the Cavs, including 3 at 17 points or more. J.R. Smith has been the spot-up shooter the Cavs needed beside LeBron James. Timothy Mozgov has done an excellent job of playing off the team's star while providing an ultra-efficient scoring in the post, with Tristan Thompson and Iman Shumpert leading the bench group to success. It's really hard to argue that the Cavs don't have the NBA's best scoring attack heading into the season's final stretch. Could their enormous amount of talent overcome their lack of experience? Or will the Cavs need one long postseason run before they capture a title? We shall see. The playoffs are right around the corner. The sight of snow at Progressive Field might make opening day feel extremely far away. But the news that the Tribe's home opener sold out in swift fashion helped generate some warm thoughts. For the 23rd consecutive season, the Indians' home opener sold out, doing so in just 11 minutes after single-game tickets went on sale for registered fans. This year, the Indians will host the rival Detroit Tigers on April 10th at Progressive Field to kick off the 2015 home slate. The NFL free agency period is in full effect, and moves are starting to be made quickly. At times, it seemed as though quarterback Brian Hoyer would earn a multi-year contract after the 2014 season. A late season slump, followed by losing his starting job, hurt his chances. However, the Houston Texans are ready to take a chance with Hoyer long term. After the Browns signed Josh McCown, that pretty much spelled the end for Brian Hoyer in Cleveland. The 2014 American Conference champion Cleveland Gladiators are ready to get back on the turf, and it all starts with training camp.
Going into training camp last year, at about this time we started to see that we were going to be pretty good, right? We knew we had a special teams. We didn't know how good. We saw it day one, day two that this team was going to be special too. I mean, we can't guarantee 19 wins, right? Nothing like that, but we feel really good about this year.
The Cleveland Gladiators set the Arena Football League on fire in 2014. Their tough defense and high-scoring games put them in first place with the record of 17-1 and a ticket to the Arena Bowl, where they met the Arizona Rattlers. The Gladiators were defeated by the Arizona Rattlers in the Arena Bowl, and this year's home opener just so happens to be against that team.
We still got that bitter taste in our mouth from last year, and pretty much that's a game we're looking forward to, and the game we've been off season, we've just been working hard for, and just hopefully come out and just play them good.
I got to be honest, I mean, when I first seen the schedule, I was excited about it. I mean, anybody who know us, who watched our games last year, know that's not a true indication who he was in the Arena Bowl last year, man. And, kind of one of those things, if it snowballs, and we put a product in that field that wasn't acceptable, for our fans, for our city, for our families, none of that. So, we're happy. I mean, obviously, we're not looking Tampa, and we're definitely not looking over, New Orleans. But, at the end of the day, we're looking forward to that home game. Our fans, too, they're looking forward to our home game as well.
The Cleveland Gladiators took a hit when they lost wide receiver Theron Lewis, who was a huge playmaker on the offensive side of the ball. He racked up 37 touchdowns during 2014, which was his best season as a Gladiator. The Gladiators also lost defensive back LaRoche Jackson. Jackson was a hard-hitting DB who posted 105 total tackles and 3 interceptions during the 2014 season. The Gladiators may have lost a couple key guys, but head coach Steve Tunn doesn't feel the team will miss a beat.
We picked up some arena veteran guys that know the arena football game. So you add those guys to the mix, and it just kind of brings that little extra excitement when you get started for practice. Getting a guy like Amari Jackson on offense and say Mike Alston and Fred Shaw on defense. I mean, you got guys who have been around, so they have a lot of knowledge of our game. I'm sure their leadership qualities, I'll see more of them as it goes, but right now, everyone's really fitting in pretty good.
The Gladiators aren't only preparing for their competitors and the upcoming season, they're also preparing to put on a great show in front of a Cleveland crowd that deserves it.
I mean, I've played on a bunch of different arenas. This is, in my opinion, the best fan base out there in the Arena Football League, and it's exciting. It's exciting when a team gets behind, when actual fans get behind your team, and the more you pack that place up, the louder it gets, the more exciting it gets, the tougher it is for the opponent, and it's just electrifying. When we got into the playoffs, we started to really get a lot of people. I mean, we packed it out for the Arena Bowl, and that was just a fun environment for everyone. I mean, for us as players, we get energized to play well with that that kind of ninth man, but at the same time it's fun atmosphere for the fans. I mean, they seem to enjoy it. You have an opportunity to have a player land in your lap. A football at any time can come thrown your way, so it's a fun atmosphere. I think everybody should check it out at least once.
And before we end this segment, as promised, I have the answer to today's Cleveland sports trivia question. The answer is C. Earl Boykins. For 13 seasons, Boykins displayed plenty of heart. At 5 feet 5 inches, he is the second shortest player in NBA history. His lack of height never held him back. He mixed it in with the big boys and even dunking from time to time. Boykins was recently inducted into the Greater Cleveland Sports Hall of Fame in 2013. Well, that's all I have for your TV20 Weekly Sports Wrap-Up. When we return from break, we'll have more with Leah.
Welcome home, man.
The first time you ride the RTA Rapid downtown for the big game, you may wonder, how do I get through the turnstile? What if I do it wrong and the turnstile doesn't let me through? Then the person behind me will have to back up, and they'll know I'm an RTA rookie, and I'll make us all late. Will that somehow affect our team? Will I have set off a butterfly effect, causing us to lose the game, single-handedly blowing any chance we ever had to? Oh, I just slide my pass and walk through the turnstile, and that was easy, and I could get used to this. It's easier than you think, Cleveland. RTA, get ready to ride.
Welcome back to TV20's Weekly News Wrap-Up. A lot has happened in Cleveland over the last few weeks, and here are a few top stories in case you missed it. Well, residents and employees currently living and working in downtown Cleveland now have their first full-service grocery store. Mayor Frank Jackson was joined by members of the community for the ribbon cutting of the new Heinen's located in the historic Cleveland Trust Building.
And that's why I'm going to say thank you to Heinen's, because they have made that vision move further ahead along with the Geis brothers than anyone else. They helped us to be able to say to the world that if you come to downtown Cleveland, you make downtown Cleveland your neighborhood where you live, work, play, and do business, that the amenities will be there.
For those who want to put a versus between downtown and neighborhood, they don't know Cleveland. We are one Cleveland, and just take a second, everybody, look around this room. This is who we are. It doesn't get any better than this. African American, Latino, Jewish, Catholic, everybody. This is Cleveland.
People probably realize this building is over 100 years old. And Heinen's as a company is not quite that old. We're a little over 86 years old. But the reason that we've endured just like this building has is because we have great people. If you look a little bit around, the second floor here it's because of all of our people who make this happen. So I thank all of them for turning this gem of a building into a grocery store, and hopefully into a grocery store that everybody's going to want to come to every day.
The 24th annual Harvest for Hunger campaign kicked off at the Cleveland Food Bank with the goal of feeding thousands of people in need in our community.
And I know that everything that we've done as a city that has been successful has been done as a community, where we put aside our individual or institutional organizational self-interest, and we work on the behalf of someone or something. And that is why Cleveland and the greater Cleveland area is a great city and a great area.
I have to tell you how inspired I am every year to see the way that this community comes together to support the Harvest for Hunger campaign. There are so many people in our community who care about this issue of hunger and care enough to take action and to do something about it. And I know that that's why you're all here. The campaign's a community-wide effort. It brings together literally hundreds of companies, schools, government organizations, nonprofits, and tens of thousands of individuals.
Hunger is a challenge throughout the county. Certainly our urban core has tremendous need, but it's all throughout the county. There are people in Westlake and Bay Village and Mayfield and Cleveland Heights. There are hunger centers in all those places. We see the needs everywhere throughout the county. This is not limited to any particular address in the region.
The Mötley Crüe's second annual Mardi Paw event took place at the DoubleTree Hilton Hotel and was a fun and entertaining way to raise awareness in helping to save the lives of our furry friends in need.
All of this money, every dime that we make from this event goes right back into saving dogs. A lot of the dogs we get need vet care, they need special training, so everything goes back into taking care of the dogs. Last year we did this event on a much smaller scale. We did have a lot of people show up. We didn't have the space, we didn't have the food for them, and you know, we kind of made it work, but with DoubleTree hosting this year, this is amazing.
Tell us about Precision Door Service. Okay, we're a garage door service company. We specialize in residential garages located in Garfield Heights, and we service all 5 counties, Cuyahoga County, Lake County, Geauga County, some of Summit County, and also Lorraine, Elyria. Okay. What made you all get involved in today's event? That's a long story. I will let my wife works for Health Span, and one of her co-workers is involved with this. Okay. And my partner and I, Jim Bolin, when she's not here, decided it's time for us to get more involved in the community. So this sounds like a good, right? Yes. What is it?
And also because we're true dog lovers, so we love our dogs. And this is a good cause here because it's a rescue service, and it just helps to rescue those dogs out there and just give them a good home, find good people that could really take care of them.
Mardi Paws is our biggest fundraiser of the year. We have 400 people coming to do a Chinese raffle and to bid on all sorts of amazing things that our volunteers have gathered and put into baskets, and people can do a silent auction and all that sort of stuff. And it's a chance for us to raise money to help the fosters and thereby help the dogs.
So all of the money that we raise, whether it's tonight or at any event we ever have, 100% of it goes to the care of our dogs. So there's a lot of medical bills when a dog has been mistreated.
To get involved with the Mötley Crüe, visit their website at mötleycrewrescue.com. Every day, young artists and entrepreneurs are making an impact in Cleveland. Reporter Christian Patterson met with 2 such artists to talk about their brand new space.
Is a picture really worth 1,000 words? Well, the quote, "A picture is worth 1,000 words," refers to the notion that a complex idea can be conveyed with just a single still image. It also aptly characterizes one of the main goals of visualization, specifically making it possible to absorb large amounts of data quickly. 2 young entrepreneurs from the city of Cleveland have a dream of inspiring unity in our city through their new creative space, Dead Logic.
This is our grand opening event. It's called Parallel Perspectives. It's a photo project that we did. We went all around the city and interviewed countless professionals, artists, public servants, and any type of person that you can think of, and got a little piece of everybody's story to show parallels between each person and the important things that outweigh the generalizations that are put on people like race and socioeconomic status.
Although pictures are worth 1,000 words, the actual quotes these young entrepreneurs received during their Parallel Perspectives project help define the picture in depth.
As a firefighter, or as someone who knows firefighters or what we believe about firefighters, all we think is that they put out fires. And he shared the story with us that as a firefighter, his dad's house caught on fire, and he actually lost his dad to the fire. And it showed him the importance of actually preventing fires rather than just putting them out. And that taught me a lot about things that I have going on in my life where I can possibly prevent things instead of just focusing on handling them when the situation occurs.
The picture that was selected to promote the grand opening of the Dead Logic Creative Studio was somewhat controversial. Co-founder Andre Cisco touches on the photo and its deeper meaning.
The image that we used to promote the Parallel Perspectives project was a kid in an oversized police uniform, and he was playing with a firearm. And the reason why we chose to use that image was because we feel like hate and judgment and generalizations are all learned behaviors, and we're not born to hate people. Everyone wants to do better. Everyone wants to be healthy. Everyone wants to have a healthy family. Everyone wants to, enjoy good food and smile and be happy. And we all basically want the same things. And our differences are really minute in the on a grand scale. So it's important to point out that, and this is a reminder for people to remember that, the important things are, family and well-being and happiness, and not race and, divisions and things like that.
If you're looking for a creative space to work, or you just need some inspiration for your next project, check out Dead Logic Creative Studio, located at 5340 Hamilton Avenue on Cleveland's East Side.
It's not just about Dead Logic either. It's about an inspiration that we want to provide to the city of Cleveland, and we can all do that together.
It's finally starting to warm up a little bit outside, and there are tons of indoor and outdoor activities and events to enjoy. Here's a look at what's going on in Cleveland. Cleveland is well respected in the culinary world. We've been recognized by Food and Wine magazine, and we even have a few James Beard Foundation winning chefs. Recently, we celebrated Downtown Cleveland Restaurant Week, and TV20 checked out a few of those participating spaces. We'll be showing them to you in a 3-part series. Kicking things off this week is reporter Justine Greenwald at the brand new Adiga.
Well, we actually opened up September. That's when the whole hotel opened as well with Adiga. So we have the residents, we have 150 residents, we have 150 hotel rooms. We also have the restaurant, we have the vault, we have an Alex Theater and our Ledger Bar. And we also have an indoor dog park, so it's a lot of fun things to do here.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be a resident, you don't have to be staying at the hotel to enjoy the amenities at this fabulous place. It's very modern. This restaurant, Adiga, is a modern Mediterranean mix. Can you tell us what modern Mediterranean food is?
Absolutely. So our whole philosophy is trying to take traditional things you might be familiar with in the Mediterranean. We really focus on Spanish, Italian, and Greek. And what I like to do is kind of put my spin or twist on it. For example, I have some items on there that, like my play off of a crab cake, I call them Toscanos. So it's like, it's my filling that's in the inside, the bread on the outside, and it's fried. So it's really taking things and being creative with them to give guests a different experience from what the normal is. We do a happy hour Monday through Thursday. We call it 3, 5, 7 at the 9. And what it is, yeah, it's very nice. It's $3 draft beers, $5 glass wine pours, and $7 flatbreads. And that's, you know, a great deal to kind of come in, have a good time with some friends or coworkers, and then, you know, right after work.
Those are some great prices. So could you tell me a little bit about your prices on your menu just on a regular day outside of?
Yeah, so the prices range anywhere. If you're looking at lunch, I mean, you can get, you know, I have my Adiga burger, and you get a choice of a side. So we do hand-fresh fries, sweet potato fries, or a side Greek salad for $14, which is a nice deal. A lot of places sell burgers like a la carte style. Here I like to give them the choice of the side that they would want, and then we give nice hearty portions with our sides. So, you know, you're looking at sandwiches anywhere between $14 to $16 with your choice of side, which is a nice deal. We also do half salads at lunchtime. And dinner time, we have appetizers that run anywhere from $8 to $15, and entrees that run anywhere between about $26 to, of course, about $38.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we're in the heart of downtown over here on East 9th, close to Euclid Avenue, close to the Q, close to Progressive Field.
Yes,
I
yes,
think you
getting
get
ready
very,
for
very
opening.
busy
Yeah.
at this time of the year. How important is it to make reservations here?
Yeah, reservations are definitely recommended, especially if there's certain seats you want. We have amazing, we call them on our table 13 and 14, they're our chef's table, where you're like halfway inside the kitchen, which is pretty cool because, you know, it's one of those experiences you can't get everywhere. So I would definitely, if you know, make reservations, and especially if you want to experience a chef's table, you want to call that over the phone. We also have our private dining room upstairs, where we have 3 separate rooms. We can hold up to about 45 guests for private functions, which the food comes right from my kitchen in Adiga.
Well, we've got it all here in our beautiful city of Cleveland. If you come to Adiga here at the 9, located on East 9th Street, you've got a slew of things to do in here. You've got your comfort food so you can get out of the cold. You can party here downstairs. You can even stay here at the beautiful hotel. It's really gorgeous.
Yes.
That's all for your TV20 Weekly News Wrap-Up, where you get the whole story. I'm Leah Haslage. Thanks for watching. And stay tuned for the bottom line up front with City of Cleveland's Media Relations Director, Dan Williams.
The first time you ride the RTA Health Line to University Circle, you may wonder, what should I do with my bag? Can I put it on the seat next to me? What if someone wants to sit there? Will they just scooch it over? Ask me to move it? Is there a please move your bag signal that I'm unaware of? Maybe my bag is taking someone's regular seat. Maybe I'm taking someone's regular seat. Did I just set off a regular seat chain reaction and now everyone's mad at me? Or is this my regular seat? Yeah, I could get used to this. It's easier than you think, Cleveland. RTA, get ready to ride.
I absolutely love it.
I'm retired and looking for something useful in retirement, so you sometimes have to reinvent yourself.
The sheer enjoyment of tutoring children. I love children and I enjoy the results that I get.
If you love to read, if you love children, tutoring is the thing for you.
AARP experienced core tutors are making a difference.
I guess I like most what I learned from them because I think in the interaction there are things that they teach me that they aren't even aware of.
I don't know who's happier to see us, the teachers or the students.
It's fun, and these are very valuable, precious children who should have as much an opportunity as possible.
Literacy tutors are needed in Cleveland. Call 216-391-9500.